Did you ever find yourself reacting in a way that just did not feel natural? Not only did it not feel natural, it felt actually wrong and unpleasant. And perhaps you thought, where is this coming from? And why is this feeling so strong? And why am I yelling? Years ago, when I was in my 20s and probably into my 30s, when I might have thought I had it together and didn't, like a lot of other people, and didn't even realize the magnitude of what needed to be healed. Thank goodness that I have realized. And so, as I've worked on becoming more emotionally aware and like how much better you can feel, it's something that I love to share with you because I want you to also, not that we've had the same experiences, but we've all had our own. We're all on our own path. So, whatever the path is that you're finding yourself on, there might be times where you feel a reaction in your body about something and have no idea why. You may find yourself with illness that will not go away, like a chronic illness, especially chronic pain illnesses that I'm very familiar with. The feeling I used to get before I had to talk to my dad about something. He's not here with us anymore. He passed away a long time ago, and he was only 62. And I was very close with my dad. We had kind of a weird custody arrangement where I lived with him and my sisters lived with my mom. Even though I idolized my dad, what he said was the word. I feared him. Everybody else doesn't fear their dad. I know many people do, but it's not the norm. It's not healthy, and it's not any way for anybody to live, especially a child. So, going back before my parents split and after they split, when I lived with my dad, anytime I wanted to talk about something with him, I never knew what mood he was going to be in. He was not happy in his situation, which of course back then I didn't think about. I didn't have an awareness of that. But now looking back, he was not happy and doing the best he could. As a child, I was gravitating toward the parent that I thought would give me the best care and nurturing and structure. And I really and honestly remember feeling that way. What that has created, and by the way, that fear, that unknown feeling, that pit in my stomach I used to get if I had to ask him something, and I would be at his closed door before I knocked. Now, this was my dad, who I cherished and put on a pedestal and wouldn't give anyone that my mom dated the time of day. They were shit, and that's all. They weren't my dad. They don't count. It was all about my dad. And at the same time, I feared him and did not admit that to myself. So I don't know what I was telling myself, but what a contradiction, right? I'm sure you've had times where you have felt, maybe you could even try to take a moment and think about a time where you felt a certain way that you knew it wasn't appropriate or right, but it was just how you felt and you didn't like it. You knew it didn't feel good. It's not harmless. Every time we get that pit, that knot in our stomach, it does something. So the sooner we can heal this wound and know that we don't have to be afraid, right? The way someone else reacts or feels about something we say is their issue and it's not ours. We can't control how someone else is going to react. Just like I couldn't control the mood that my dad was in, and I couldn't control the way he was going to maybe react to what I was going to tell him or ask him. As I've learned coping mechanisms and calming techniques, I've also learned this important fact about how okay, now my nose is bright red because I just had to blow my nose. My point here is this. You might think that someone is thinking something, feeling something before, like you might be anticipating going into your boss's office and asking for a raise. But before that, you're thinking of all the scenarios of the boss's reaction, right? When we have no control over that. So it's not the same thing, but it's kind of similar. We have different experiences growing up than everybody else. We read things differently. We interpret differently. It's almost like a different language sometimes. When you have someone that has been raised with healthy boundaries being set and nurturing and love and support and acknowledgement, and compared to someone that did not grow up with those things. Those two people, these are the people, hi, these two people, they're going to experience the same situation very differently. This one is probably going to face it all confident and the posture's good and they're all perky and ready to go, ready to take on the world. But this one is a little shaky and not so confident. And maybe their head's not held up as high. And they're facing the same situation. They both want to go in and ask for that raise. And we all know who's probably going to have a better chance at getting it. You probably have times this might remind you of. So give yourself maybe 5 minutes to, whether you're reflecting or talking into your phone and doing a voice recording or in a journal, and write out a feeling that you remember from your past that you feel is still a part of you and affecting the way you are living. Because if you are aware of it, you can heal it. And if you heal it, it's going to make you feel a whole lot better. It's just going to give you clear glasses, a better vision of your life. That just does great for every area in your life. I hope this video helped you today. Thanks so much for sharing this time together. Namaste.